But the big breaking news story which we want to return to now, as India asks its embassy staffers in Kiev to return to India given the tension in the region, just in the last now about half an hour or so, France and Russia have agreed to work for a ceasefire in East Ukraine. They will work towards a ceasefire immediately. This, as the United States has repeatedly said, it's just a matter of time, any time now, that a Russian invasion of the Ukraine could take place. Now, the Donbas region in eastern Ukraine is where there has been multiple reports of shelling. The Ukrainians say that the Russians are responsible. The Russians say that the Ukrainians are responsible, and it could still be the trigger point for something much larger, particularly since Russia has now said that they're going to extend their military exercises in the Belarus area from where they were actually supposed to withdraw. But now it appears that the foreign ministers of Russia and of France will actually be meeting in the next couple of days. So this last-ditch effort at peace in the region, let's see if it actually works out. Joining us now, Dr. Diksha Pandey. She's a senior resident at the Sumy State University in Kiev in Ukraine. Thanks very much, Dr. Pandey, for being with us. The government of India has issued an advisory today to Indian nationals as well, saying that perhaps in your best interest you need to come back. Is that something you intend to do, or do you believe you want to stay on?
I would love to stay on, because my university is taking, not even only my university, the majority of the universities are in Ukraine are taking the mode of education to offline. Because the NMC, National Medical Commission of India, has strictly notified that if you intend to make your classes online very frequently, we would not validate your degrees in India. That's a major part of concern for Indian students. If we are deciding to leave, it's a major drawback for us that what our universities would make us to face the consequences in coming future.
That's interesting. So therefore you want to hang on because you don't have a choice.
I don't have a choice for now, sir, but we never know. I have spoken to some embassy authorities. They have told that they are working on university officials to make the classes online, as students could just travel through Ukraine to India, and maybe in short span of time we might even have to travel back, because here this is the examination time of every medical student. We have 6 years of medicine here, and majorly third year and sixth year students have to give a big exam called CROC, which is a big it is a kind of approaching exam in the further medical studies in Ukraine. Without clearing CROC, you cannot further reproduce in your medical career. So This is a very major part of our career this time, and we are facing a lot of disturbances due to the political issues running between two countries.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Is there a sense of fear where you are now, or do you still hope that it will be resolved, that there will not be an invasion?
I can't tell you that there will not be invasion, because I cannot call myself as a victim, but yes, I saw the 2014 war. I was in Luhansk when I was pursuing my UG, and my Indian embassy has evacuated us with the help of 10,000 Indian army people, free trains, free stay for 15 days in Kyiv, free food, free shelter, everything, and helped us in flying. And I expect that this devastating disaster should not happen, because it would take lots of life of innocent civilians here. But the place where I am staying is not even I am staying, the entire Ukraine, the local population here and the local environment is very much peaceful.
Dr. Pandey, that's incredible what you mentioned, that you were in Lugansk in 2014 when there was violence there, and now you find yourself in a similar situation in Kiev, that same sort of threat. Are you worried?
I am not in Kyiv, sir. I am in the northeastern city of Ukraine, that is Sumy, which is 55 kilometers away from the Russian border.
Right. Are you seeing a lot of movement? Are you seeing a lot of movement of Ukrainian military personnel at all?
No, nothing. Nothing
of the sort.
Nothing. Right. It's only in the Lugansk and Donetsk and the Donbas area, which is in the eastern towards the Ukraine, which is almost like a Russian territory towards since 2014. So we are not observing anything, any disturbance. Even in the personal security, we have no issues for now. Now, I can say.
Right. And how many Indian students are there in Sumy University?
I think approximately you can take up to 6,000 or 5,000, sir.
And how many of them intend to go back? I mean, I know. I mean, would you say a majority of them? Would you say, is there any sort of measure of how many want to come back?
People here are waiting for the permission from university, sir, because when we approached university for taking permission, the only thing what they mentioned is, until and unless we do not get any approval or any order from the Ministry of Health Sciences of Ukraine, we will not issue the order of online education further.
Right.
So until and unless they permit us to go, we cannot go. Even if we want to go, we can just simply leave the country. But if we miss a class, we will get an absent here. And the process of restudying that absence is very much longer. We need to stand in a long queues at Dean's office for days to take the permission for a single class to restudy it, because here the minimum attendance is 100%. You won't be allowed to approach to the exam until and unless you are cleared with all the 100% classes of the particular subject.
Right. Well, Dr. Pandey, you've got some difficult choices ahead of you. Do stay safe over there. Hopefully things will work out. France, it appears, is trying to get Russia to work on a ceasefire in the southeast of the country. Let's hope it actually does work out. Thanks, ma'am, very much for being with us.
Thank you.